All right, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha Racha Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect of the 1/3. And Lord's will, this lesson will be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha Racha Kodash. All right. The Wadi Bahashem Yahushai, forgive me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, Blue Letter Commentary on Mystery Babylon the Great. And as of late, my spirit has been very pressed about Babylon, the wickedness of Babylon, the ideology of Babylon, and ultimately what we see through, social media outlets is, the mindset that people have because of the normalization that Babylon brings, which Babel means confusion. Okay. And that's exactly what we see taking place, all right, in modern man and society is nothing but people in a confused, wicked state of mind. And, I was going to do a lesson earlier pertaining to that, but the spirit led me in a different direction, which really is more edification. I was more in the spirit of rebuke. But, I found some edifying information I'd like to share with you, brothers and sisters. Now, I made a statement and a precept came to mind, so I would like to back up my statement with scripture. All right, so let's go to 2 Timothy 3, and I believe it's 16. Yep, one of my favorite scriptures. All right, 2 Timothy 3 and 16. All scripture is given by the inspiration of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and that's right. And this is why Yahushai, he's our inspiration. It says that it says that he is the volume of the book. It is written of me. All right. And it says, and is profitable. See, we're about what is profitable. Okay. I really don't like to do vain things to waste my time and day, because the time remaining with us in the flesh is to be to the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Now, is there times that you may do some? Yeah. But the reason why I, say that is because that's what Babylon has promoted, which makes me think about in Ecclesiastes, folly is set in great dignity. All right. So this is what Babylon promotes as prospering and successful, is just confusion, vanity and confusion. All right. And it says, and is profitable for doctrine. All right. This is knowing who Babylon is a part of the doctrine. Okay. Knowing what the MARK is a part of the doctrine. Knowing the name of the Lord. All right. And the Father is a part of the doctrine. All right. The truth is the part of the doctrine. All right. Understanding what the gospel is. That's a part of the doctrine. Okay. And it says for reproof. All right. Real quick. Let's see. What does reproof mean? All right. Spirit has me kind of going into it. So we're going to go into it. Reproof definition. What does reproof mean? We'll go right here. You see her pointing the finger, an expression of blame or disapproval. This is why you see the spirit jump on elders and brothers to correct, all right, wrong teachings and doctrine. They're being reproved, all right, because of the disapproval of what they're admonishing or teaching, all right. Reproof is also another word for what? Rebuke, all right. So let's continue. It says, it says reproof for correction, for instruction in righteousness. All right. So this is the spirit, that that is our foundation. Okay. It's all based on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and with the scriptures. So it was just on my spirit to make mention of that. So now that I got that out the way, let's go into this. So I was, the spirit jumped on me to go into Revelation 17. I was just thinking about Babylon and where we go in the Bible to talk about Babylon. So it led me to Revelation 17 and 1, which it says the doom of Babylon. And the scriptures actually speak about doom and gloom. Let's actually see if we can get that. It's in the Apocrypha. Let's put doom and see if it just pops up. I can put the Apocrypha. Okay. So let's modify the search and let's go into the 1611. See right here. It says 2 Ezra 7 and 43, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time. Now, this time that it's speaking about is now, okay? Great doom is upon the mystery Babylon the Great. It says, and the beginning of immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. And that's what we're yearning for, is not only immortality, but for corruption to be passed on, okay? Because Babylon is a place where corruption thrives at its max, all right? Babylon the Great is where people come to be the worst of themselves that they could ever be, all right? And that is very vexing to look at and watch now that our eyes have been opened and we see. And also, I will add, the inequity that has abounded has increased tremendously. So that in itself is vexing to see that. Sometimes it's good to take a break from, it's good to take a break from something that may be vexing you. If you find things in Babylon that are a little too much, for your spirit, you might want to refrain from that, and collect yourself, because that's how vexing Babylon can be. So let's continue on. It says the doom of Babylon. Now I'm going to jump right into the commentary. That's why I titled it Blue Letter Commentary. I just want to show you something. And I didn't even get to read all of it. I got like 2 paragraphs in and I said, oh, wow. So check this out. It says the concept of Babylon, the fall of religious Babylon, religious going into, worship. Actually, let's look up religion. Let's look that up real quick. Religion. Let's check this out real quick. Because did you know that even in the Maccabees, they speak about a religion? So not necessarily, religion is evil. Okay. Now, the religion that is forced upon us, is that evil? Absolutely. But do we have our own religion? Yeah. Look, the state of life bound by monastic vows. We have monastic vows. Now, let's look up what monastic vows is. So if you see through the Spirit, this lesson is more of an edification lesson for the sincere sheep, and we're going to go into some words for exactly that, edification. So it says, what is a monastic vow? It says a vow is a solemn promise, right? Solemn assembly, religious vow. All right. Now we know that, but I'm just curious what monastic is. Let's see. Okay. Yep. All right. I figured it. Yep. So monastic goes back to relating to monks, which a monk is more in the spirit of what the Levitical priests expressed, and that's holy priesthood, which ultimately us as Israelite men, we are kings and priests, because what is a priest? A teacher, and a teacher of what? The laws, the ways, the customs. So now that we got that out the way, let's dive back into this. It says the concept of Babylon, and expressed here in Revelation 16:14, have already declared Babylon's fall, prophetic. Now, Babylon, the city that fell, all right, but it's still inhabited. So we know that this isn't talking about literal Babylon, but the mystery, okay, the mystery Babylon. It says Babylon is mentioned 287 times, more than any other city except Jerusalem. So Babylon has, if you wonder why brothers are always talking about Babylon, rebuking Babylon, that's because Babylon plays a major part, all right, in this prophetic events that are getting ready to take place, and not the ancient literal Babylon, right? But watch this. Babylon was a literal city on the Euphrates River. See, it gives the information, all right? And it says, shows that right after the flood, Babylon was the seat of the civilization that expressed organized hostility to Yahweh. And that is very true. All right. That's why you had what? You also remember you had the Tower of Babel. See, it says, and they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven. See? So they had a spirit on them collectively as a society, all right, as a community, okay? Now, it wasn't a good community, but they still had the acts of a community, meaning similar goals and working together as a society, just like now. The ideal community deals with morals, manners, customs, etiquette, things of that nature, all right? The ways of Yahweh Shem El Shai. This is why it says make man in our image, meaning the way of life, how it's supposed to be conducted, the Lord's Prayer, let it be done on earth as it is heaven, meaning order. But in this instant, in this time period, like today, nothing new under the sun, they had a civilization where they were collectively agreed together to be wicked, to be demons. And before I continue, let's get James 4:4. This is why it says this really, really fast. And a lot of people, don't have the spirit, okay, ultimately to express this rebuke or reproof for America today, because they have a leagueship or a friendship with this place. Because like if you look at Eurocentric white Christianity here in the Western world, if they didn't have Babylon to ride off, you really wouldn't see the power structure of Christianity flowing like that through the earth. Okay. James 4:4, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? But the world back then surrounded themselves in a city called, Babylon. All right. And look at now today, the friendship of the world, which is you being in league with who? The virgin daughter Babylon the Great. This is why it says in Revelation 17, she got the kings of the earth drunken. So people have a leagueship or quote unquote friendship with Babylon, which really, when you look at it in a whole, it says the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. Yes, but the world revolves around America. The world revolves around Babylon. There's a term that Elder Apostle Aramla mentioned, and I looked it up. It's called Americanization. Let me see real quick. Let me see. I think it's called American. Yeah. See, the Wadi Abashimashah. Americanization, the action of making a person or thing American in character or nationality. See, Americanization. This is why you have American companies, cultures, things of that nature around the world, and people, they lose their mind. They're like, oh, Coca-Cola, they go crazy. And this is because of the wine of Babylon. The wine of Babylon is flowing throughout the earth. Okay. And let's go back to James. Yep, James 4:4, ye adulterers and adulteresses. Now, why does it say adulterers and adulteresses? Because the lifestyle and custom that Babylon brings, it's against Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. So it's what? Spiritual fornication. Here in Babylon, you can go to a store and buy a Ouija board, Buddha, monk. You can coexist. There's all these weird, wayward lifestyles that you're allowed to live in Babylon. And then people have the spirit on them where they say, hey, leave them alone. See, that individualism ultimately is each individual in Babylon has their own dinner date with Satan, and this is the result. Okay, this is the result. And it says, know ye not that the friendship of the world, all right, ultimately Babylon, America, is enmity against the Most High. All right, outside of everybody on earth, and also in our land, when you look, who's really enmity against the Most High? It's Esau, Edom, and his customs. Okay, it says, whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of Yahweh Bashim El Shai. And that's what you being in league with Babylon, bowing down to Babylon, things of that nature. This is what Babylon forces upon you people. Okay, and us. It forces it upon the heathen. It forces it upon Jake. Babylon is the reason why we're Gentiles today. And I actually, speaking of that, I have a lesson I would like to do called To the Israelite and to the American, which going into what? To the Jew first and the Greek, okay? Because Babylon has put us in a deeper state of a Gentile mindset. This is why you have what? African American, Latin American, Native American, see? So it's to the Israelite first, then the American, but what American? Just like to the Jew first and the Greek, but what Greek, see? And that's because who was ruling? Esau, Edom as the Greeks, who Hellenized us into being Grecians, and then who followed suit after? Rome. And since I said that, let's continue because they also mention Rome. So it says Babylon was later the capital of the empire that cruelly conquered Judah. Remember, raise it even to the foundation thereof, and who was there to witness it? Edom. Babylon to them, the Jews, was the essence of all evil. Is not Babylon today the essence of all evil? All right. It says the embodiment of cruelty, I'm already thinking of Hosea, so let's hold that real quick. All right. Now, when you look into the context of Hosea, it was originally speaking about us and our wickedness and in our land, but now this also applies to, all right, Babylon today. See? So this right here is coming to mind. All right. So let's read a little bit more in this, then we'll go through that real quick. It says, cruelty, the foe of God's people, and the lasting type of sin, carnality, lust, and greed. Is this not Babylon today? Is not Babylon the spirit of cruelty? Are we not the most oppressed people in Babylon? Okay, and someone has to disagree. Well, just go to hoods and ghettos. If you want to find a so-called black or brown person, go to the hood or the ghettos. Why in 2023? All right, a couple days away. Why in 2023 do hoods and ghettos still exist and poverty? All right, in this thriving society, because we are God's people. I've chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith. It says, and the lasting type of sin. There's all type of sin that is pushed. Sin is actually a culture in Babylon. Okay, they actually promote and sell sin. Okay, they sell adultery, as the term sex sells, and this mindset, because it's on TV, because people have a proper voice and a good speech and clothing, they think it's okay. All right, carnality, yeah, this place is filled for nothing but the flesh. Lust, all right, this is in all the leggings and the cleavage. Women just walk around half naked with their front ass hanging out, and they expect you to look at them in the eyes and respect them as a dignified human being. That's confusion. Well, why? It says, and greed. All right, that's a heavy thing here. Which greed is what? Covetousness. People not only want money, they love money. They love money, 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 money. That's the spirit that Babylon pushes on the people, and that's against Yahweh Bashim Shai. James 4:4. Hosea 4:1. It says, hear the word of Yahweh Bashim Shai, ye children of Israel, and now what? Ye inhabitants of the earth. All right, starting first with Babylon. It says, for the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. The inhabitants of the land now are what? In Babylon, in the spirit of cruelty, greed, excess, all right, excessive eating, excessive sex, excessive everything. Everything is overindulged. Okay. It says, because there is no truth, no mercy, cruelty, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. And they took the Bible out of the schools in, I believe, 1963. And there was something else in my studies when I was looking up that was significant that happened in 1963, but I can't remember right now. But I think it had something to do with Amalek. But, if the Spirit allows, I'll go back into it, but just wanted to make mention. See, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land, just like Babylon back then and Babylon today, okay? They're in the same spirit, that we're literally looking around and seeing the same spirits that were on these people before. They're on them now, but Babylon has now transitioned from what? From the Middle East all the way to the Western Empire or the Western Hemisphere. And one would say, well, why? Well, remember, it says these are the things that will befall you in the last days. Jake is in the Western Hemisphere. And it also makes sense. The Lord pulled a lot of not only us, but society to the west, but ultimately this western side, all right, this landmass of Babylon is going to be the biggest desert on earth, but it's still preserving the Middle East. So I find that very spiritual, and also our land, you see. And it says, look, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood. This is what going into Jake. Okay, the blood touches blood, the evil eye towards thy brother. That's a culture now. Our curses have become a culture now, and why? Because of Babylon, you see. But let's continue on. It says, look, it says, to those familiar with the Old Testament, the name Babylon is associated with organized idolatry, blasphemy, and the persecution of God's people. That's literally what John saw in Revelation 17. So this shows you this is a new Babylon, because the Babylonian Empire passed and gone. All right. What was it? Syrian, Babylonian, Medo-Persian, Greek, Roman. Yeah. So you already had other empires ruling. So if John was seeing, I'm referring to Revelation 17, And this is the commentary of it. When it said he saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, he wasn't looking in the past. He was looking into the future. So the Bible is letting us know that there is a future, all right, a land that will produce certain characteristics that you've seen before with literal Babylon or literal confusion. And that's what we're in now. Okay, we are in what John was allowed to saw, and now this mystery is not a mystery to us anymore. All right, and it says, check this out. In John's day, Rome epitomized all the antagonists and opposition to the Christian faith. Now that's true, but what do we have? We have the vision in Daniel. So it doesn't just stop at Rome. Now, when you look at scholars, they stop at Rome, but the Holy Spirit allowed us to go further. All right. And we learned through our elders and apostles that after Rome, what Daniel saw was, well, let's get it actually. Let's go into it real fast. Let me check my time. All right. Sometimes I get long-winded. All right. I don't want to make this too long. I want it to be edifying and to the point for brothers and sisters. Okay. So real fast. Daniel, I'm going to skim it quick. Okay. It's a great read. I love Daniel 2, or excuse me, Daniel 7, but you also go into Daniel 2. Now at first it goes into, what is Assyrian, Babylonian, Medo-Persian. All right. And then look, the leopard being the Greeks and his 4 generals. All right. Cassander, Laomachus, Ptolemy, and Cassander, Laomachus, Ptolemy, Seleucus. All right, excuse my pronunciation. Okay, and then you keep going, and after, which is all history, and then after there comes a 4th beast, which is the Roman Empire, but it doesn't stop there. After this, I saw in the night's vision, Daniel 7:7, and behold, a 4th beast, a 4th empire was saw, dreadful and terrible, the Roman Empire, wicked, strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, the Iron Age. They capitalized on iron. Okay, they capitalized to destroy other nations with their iron weapons, right? It devoured and break in pieces other nations and stamped the residue, and even so much as taxed them with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. Now, it was diverse, if I'm not mistaken, because they didn't have a monarch system like the other empires. This is why even with us, you have kings. A good example comes to mind when King David was on his bed, in his last days. One of his sons was expecting to be the next king, which is true. But remember the prophecy that was told unto Daniel, how the Lord would have a everlasting, rulership under his son, which is King Solomon, which is Yahushua in the reincarnation. Okay. And then the 10 horns representing the 10 regions that Rome ruled in ancient time. And if you look at today, the same place where NATO and EU is the same landmass of the ancient Roman Empire. So the beast is a revival of the Roman Empire, and they're mentioning the Rome being like Babylon. So this is why you see the resurrection of the spirit of Babylon today, where in America. See? And it says, and I considered the horns rulership, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. So now he's seeing the beast, but then now he's seeing a horn. What is this horn? This horn is Babylon. This horn is America. Okay, because watch, it says, before whom there were 3 of the first horns. Now these 3 first horns are also a part of the 7 heads in Revelations 13. And these 3 horns are the French, Spanish, and British. Because remember, who came over here? The Spanish, the French, and the British came where? To America. To establish what? America. You want to come to America, right? And it says plucked up by their roots through war, meaning they have no ties here. This is why you had like the Louisiana Purchase, things of that nature. And it says in the 3 wars, the Spanish War, the French and Indian War, and the Revolutionary War. And that's what solidified the 13 United Colonies, which led to the United States of America, which is what Babylon the Bitter. It says, and behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man and a mouth speaking great things. And that's what America is ultimately known for with their babble, is they speak a lot of malarkey that woos the people. His words are his weapon. So now that we got that point out the way, let's keep going, because they mentioned Rome. So we have to go in and mention Rome as well, but it doesn't stop at Rome. Now you're in the Rome revival. The spirit of Rome, with the spirit of Rome, was in the spirit of Babylon. See? It says in John's day, John the Revelator, Rome epitomized all the antagonism. Oh, the antagonism. What is the two key components in the movie? The antagonist and the protagonist, if I'm not mistaken. It says antagonism and opposition to the Christian's faith. In some ways, the city of Rome was the clearest fulfillment of the Babylon attitude. But no, because Rome fell. He shall go into what was that? Rev 20, 1,000 years, bound him with a chain. No, Babylon or Rome fell. So Rome can't be it, because it doesn't coincide with the prophecies of the destruction of Babylon that's spoken in Jeremiah. See, they're halfway there. Okay, so Thawadi Abba Shemel Shai Bahar Kodash, for the Holy Spirit to bring us all the way there. All right, 25 minutes. Let's keep going. It says, if we had to pick one city today that most exemplifies the world system, perhaps we would say that Los Angeles is the Babylon of today. Do you hear that? Even in their commentary, we read all that, but this was the main point that was the catalyst to lead me to do this lesson. I said, well, I'll be hot damn. They mention Los Angeles as Babylon today, and Los Angeles is where? In America. So does Los Angeles separate itself from the rest of America? No. Los Angeles and New York, the East and the West Coast, are the two major states that once they do it, the rest of America follows suit. Now, I don't know how to word that, but let's put in if New York, let's see. Well, let's do Los Angeles. If Los Angeles, look up why they call it that. If Los Angeles does it, so does the rest of the country. Let's see. Just want to see what comes up. How is life in Los Angeles? No, I don't want that. I've in my studies, I've came across how pretty much Los Angeles and New York are the most influential states to the rest of America. Let's put Los Angeles. I'm just seeing, what comes up. I mean, we made our point. Los Angeles influences. Oh, let's influence rate 2022. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so I'm not really putting in the right wording, but you brothers and sisters get my you catch my drift. You see where I'm trying to go with it. So I don't want to spend too much time on it, but Los Angeles and New York are two of the biggest states that influence the rest of America. Because when you look at it, look at someone coming from Belgium or something. When they come, they're not going to say, let's go to Idaho, America. They're going to say, let's go to the Big Apple. Let's go to Los Angeles. Let's go to Hollywood. See? So let's read that again. It says, perhaps we would say that Los Angeles is Babylon today. Now, you're half correct. We will say Los Angeles is a part of Babylon today because America is Babylon. Okay? So let me just see. And that's it really as far as I got in my reading. I just wanted to share that because I was so excited that they mentioned it. So let's just see a little more. So this was the commentary from verse 2. So let's see. The concept of Babylon is greater than and the anti-Hamashiach reign, which that's Christian. That's Christian doctrine, because the scriptures tell us, matter of fact, let's get it for edification. There are many. Okay, there isn't just one. Okay, any Christian watching, listen, open the Bible. All right, it says in the Bible, for there are many. Okay, which 1 John 2 is a great chapter, by the way. See, love not the world, but look, 18. Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard, As a matter of fact, I got to set up. I'm sorry. 15. Love not the world, Babylon, neither the things that are in the world, because of Babylon and the wine of Babylon. Everybody's drunk. Everybody's drunk off Babylon. Women are drunk. Men are drunk. Children are drunk. Everybody's drunk because of Babylon. Okay. Everybody is drunk. All right. Their mindset, what they think is the norm, the standard, the rate of success. Women are so drunk that they think the man that they want is the man that Esau presents to you. Drunk. All right. Look at the men. Look at the men that Esau gives black women, and look at the men that Esau gives his own women. See? All right. It says, if any man love the world, and I love this place. I love America. That's people. I just want to sit here and drink my Bud Light, watch the World Series with my 52-inch TV. You know, that's their spirit. They're drunk. The love of the Father is not in him. These people do not care about the wickedness that's going on, that's pushed, promoted in Babylon and throughout the world because of Babylon. And who rules Babylon? Esau, Edom. Esau is the king of Babylon. Tells you that in Isaiah. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, like the ancient Babylonian Empire, did we not just read that? And the lust of the eyes, the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Yeah, a great humbling is coming, man. A great humbling is coming. It says, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, the Wadi Abashim Shai, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh abideth forever. Little children, all right, us, brothers, sisters, listen. Little children, it is the last time, it is the last empire, it is the last leg, right? It is the last time, as ye have heard, that Antichrist shall come. Ooh, Boogie, what? He's coming. He's coming. Who is it? It's the ancient Roman Empire. It's the ancient Babylonian Empire revival through Esau. That's the Hamashiach. That's the Antichrist. All right. The spirit that they're coming in. Even now are there many anti-Hamashiachs. There are many antichrists, whereby we know that is the last time. So when you look around in the earth, when you look around at World Star, when you look on social media, when you listen to women talk, when you listen to men talk, when you listen to the things and the ideologies that people hold dearly to themselves, and they walk around in the streets and carry themselves, this is letting you know we are in the last time. Okay? We are in Babylon, literally. And it says Babylon was present in John's day, typified by Rome. Yep. And who was ruling Rome? Who was ruling Rome? Esau, Edom. And now let me see what. Okay, 31. All right. I really want to keep it under 35 minutes, but there's just so much edification. There's so much to talk about. Look at this. Does Esau exist? I was looking this up. I want to share it with you. Exist today. Let me see. Let me see how to word this. All right. Just give me a second. I screenshotted it. So let me just see real quick. Where did I? Okay, just give me a minute. I want to type it in verbatim, and I want to share this with you because I'm making a point right here. Okay, so yeah, this put this with the question mark. Who are Esau's descendants today? There is a Jewish tradition stemming from the Talmud that the descendants of Esau would eventually become the Romans. And to the larger extent, all Europeans. Ooh, are Romans descendants of Esau. Romans as wayward brothers, Jews and Romans were descendants of Jacob and Esau, respectively. Ooh, look at that. That's a whole nother lesson. But see that? Look at this. See? They know that when you talk about the Romans, you have to also mention Esau. Esau, Edom is the Romans. See that? Right there. So when they're talking about how Rome was epitomized Babylon, you have the Rome revival today. All right. Oh, wait a minute. We said we have Rome today. Does the Bible tell us that? Yes, real quick. Revelations 13, really fast. Go here, Revelations 13 and 12. Look at this. It says, and he, Esau, 11, and I beheld another beast, another horn, Revelation 7. I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. He had two horns like a lamb. This is how he constructs his government. Remember, diverse from the others, just like the Roman Empire. Okay, no monarchy. All right, no monarchy. Vote me in. Vote for me. I'm gonna vote for him. Right? Two horns like a lamb. Plebeian, patrician, Democrat, Republic, and spake as a dragon. Very wisely, cunning. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him. What was the first beast? Roman Empire, and causes the earth and them that which dwell therein to worship idolatry, the first beast. Why are you making people worship the beast, bro? Why are you not making people worship Yahweh Shemel Shai? Things that make you say, It says whose deadly wound was healed. Wait a minute, his deadly wound was healed. Well, what happened? Well, the Roman Empire fell, right? But then it says his deadly wound was healed. So you can't say the ancient Roman Empire was Babylon and the prophetic judgment that happened to Rome is what's prophesied to happen to Babylon, because right here it says that another beast came out and his deadly wound was healed. Whose deadly wound was healed? The ancient Roman Empire, which leads us to here today in modern time America, which is Babylon, the Rome revival. We're in it. We're in it. It says, in our day and throughout history, as the world system, what if you want to fly in the blue skies, what language you got to speak? English. You want to buy around? What do you want to buy? You got to use American money, right? It says, but under the Antichrist, Babylon in both its religions and commercial aspects will have influence over the earth as never before. That's America. That's America. Americanization. Americanization, and let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna end it there. All right, I'm gonna end it there. I just wanted to go into it. All right, I found that to be very edifying. Pretty much hit the marker how long I wanted to do the lesson, but I was just reading into it, and even in the commentary, it associates America with Babylon. It says that Los Angeles is Babylon today, which Los Angeles is where? In America. Okay, so as the king is, so is the people. All right, so it's not like just don't go to Los Angeles, stay here in Wyoming. No. This whole entire system is ran under the same vibration that you see predominantly in places like New York or Los Angeles. You see, so I just wanted to do that quick lesson. I pray that it was comforting, and ultimately I pray that it was edifying. I pray that it was edifying through the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai Bahar Rachakodash. I'd like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, Shalom.